Alrighty, out. So now we have Mori's skill kit. It came out 2 minutes ago. We have her burst skill animation and her skill kit. Mori is the free-to-play character, if you didn't already know, right? And I am personally excited about this character just because from the brief description, she seemed like she can actually be a very, very good free-to-play unit. So I'm hoping for the best with this character, especially since she's a free character. But let's take a look at her stuff, her kit and all that stuff. I ran up the stairs. So yeah, anyways, let's see. From Incubator, that's her guild. Okay, I don't care about this part. Like, I don't really care about the shooting. We see that all the time when they post this stuff. Okay, the shield is looking tough. It's looking like it's there the entire time. And she taunts, which is good, right? The one thing is don't have a shielder if they're not taunting. That's how I see it. If they don't have damage reduction, if they don't have a taunt or anything like that, please don't give me a shielder, right? That's just how I see it, right? Unless it's a shield for every single person on the team, right? Which her case is, right? Don't give me like no... what's her name? Freaking her burst skill animation isn't bad at all though. I mean, I've seen it, but it's okay. It's all right. Anyways, let's take a look at what we care about. So she's a burst 2 defender. Let's take a look. AR wind character, as we know. So her skill 1 activates when entering battle, effects of struggle, creates a shield equal to 40% of the final max HP continuously. That's good. Final max HP is very good because that's one, anybody who is well, it's at the start of the battle, so I doubt that one is gonna matter too much, right? Unless somebody's giving a buff at the start of the battle. But and then it says activates when using burst skill, effects off if not in the struggle status. So if she doesn't have a shield on herself, then she will create a shield again. So if her shield breaks and you use her burst skill, she will give herself a shield. Now that's good because giving yourself a shield equal to 40% of final max HP continuously is very good, especially since final max HP means anybody who buffs up HP will go to that shield. So if I have Rouge on the team, or even I think Bunny Soda as well is a buffer towards HP, if I remember correctly. These are characters where when I use their buffs and they give these big HP buffs, this character Mori will benefit from it heavenly, right? So I like that already. And then it says effects when struggle status ends, effects of max HP increased by 5% continuously. So she loses struggle when you lose her shield, basically. And then when you lose her shield, she will increase her max HP up to 25% continuously. And then remember, when you use her burst skill, that shield reapplies. And because you're still increasing her max HP, because of the struggle continuously, that is going into the final max HP continuously. So already her skill 1 is quite crazy for a free-to-play character. That's already a good skill for a free-to-play character. Remember, she taunts as well, right? Her second skill, all out support, activates after landing 60 normal attacks when self is in struggle status, affects target, taunts for 4 seconds. She's an AR though, so basically every round, every time she uses all 60 bullets, she's going to be taunting for 4 seconds. I don't think an AR can get 60 bullets off in 4 seconds. Like, I would have to do the testing in the game to reassure myself about that, but I don't think they can get a 60 normal attacks off in 4 seconds. So that's okay, but she still does taunt, which is good, right? And you could actually control that since it's after 60 normal attacks. Like if I have 40, I don't know, like 40, let's say I use 50 normal attacks, right? And then I just hold it for like 10 seconds or whatever until I want to actually be taunting, then I can control that. People don't really do that unless you're like crazy, but yeah, it is a useful mechanic in my opinion. And then activates when the part of an ally, including casters, are destroyed. So a shield, I'm assuming a shield is considered a part, right? Because it says activates when the parts of any ally, including caster, are destroyed. So I don't know if that means shields or if that means stuff like the decoys, right? Like Cinderella's decoy or something like that. Affects all allies, sustained damage increased by 2.03%, stacks up to 5 times and lasts for 15 seconds. Okay, I think that's cool. Activates when the part of an ally, including caster, are destroyed. So I'm assuming that's the shield, because why would including this character who has nothing but giving a shield matter for parts, right? So yeah. Anyways, affects one enemy with the highest attacking deals 23.23% final attack and sustained damage every 1 second for 15 seconds. So off rip, That's not bad, because let me pull up my phone real quick. I'm just going to do the multiplications of that, right? Of the final total damage she's doing for that. As a free-to-play character, this is probably the best free-to-play character I've ever seen. Times 15. That's 348.45% in total when as a part of an ally, including the casters, are destroyed, right? The thing is, that can proc any time, right? Of any ally. So if any, like, do you know how crazy that is? Technically, how I'm seeing it is, let's say she has her own shield on her, right? And then everybody else has a shield on them as well somehow, and then all their shields break. Is that just gonna keep multiplying and multiplying and multiplying and multiplying? Like, no, I don't think so, but I'm gonna test it. Like, these are little things that you gotta ask yourself and try it out. But so far, skill 1 and skill 2 are looking very, very good. She's a 20-second cooldown character, which is good as well, because you can use her. But her burst skill is activates oneself in the struggle status. Activates oneself is in the struggle status. So when she has a shield, affects self, recovers shield HP equal to 15% of the caster's final max HP. Activates when self is not in struggle status. Affects self max HP increased by 10%, and all allies get a sustained damage buff for. Okay, and she just gives a sustained damage buff as well, I guess. I don't think that's a part of the when you're not in the struggle status. I think that's just what all allies get when using her burst skill. So she gives a sustained damage buff during her burst skill, which is quite crazy since she is a sustained damaging character. She's good. She's good because her shield is the same thing as Senti's, right? Like, and even if it's not, then she's still taunting. So she is protecting all allies because she's taunting with a shield. So for a free-to-play character, this is crazy, I feel like. Let me just double check something. Creates a shield, yeah. Because there's different types of create a shield. Like if I pull up Crown, right? Or even Tia as well. Let me see what Crown says. Creates a shield equal to thing. This affects all allies, and then what's her name? Senti's affects all allies as well, but it only goes on herself. You know what I mean? No, so here, there's a different wording. That's what it is. So it affects all allies, but it creates a shield equivalent to a certain percentage of the caster's final max HP, which prevents all allies from damage. So the shield does go only on Senti, but whoever gets hit is technically, the shield is on Senti, like if that makes sense, right? So it's hard to explain, right? But if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Where this one is, she just gives the shield to all allies. So that's why if you notice, when Crown uses her burst skill, a shield is on every individual ally on the team. Where when Crown uses her shield, it's only on her, but if anybody gets hit, it's affecting Senti's shield. And I'm assuming that's the same thing with this character right here, the same wording and all that good stuff. But as a free-to-play character, Mori is good. This is by far the best free-to-play character in the game. This is easily the best free-to-play character. Like, this is a free-to-play character that generally will have usage, generally can see a lot of people making use out of. Mind you, it's a defender. This is not a supporter, the defender. So you give this character overload gear with defender overload gear, her shields are going to be nutty, the taunts are going to be crazy. For all we know, the damage, to be honest, could be crazy because it says activates when the parts of any ally, including the casters, are destroyed. Then she applies this, deals 23 of final attack damage or sustained damage every 1 second for 15 seconds. My thing is, if all 5 characters on the team have a shield and all 5 of their shields get destroyed, is that happening 5 times? That's going to be crazy if that's the case. I'm not sure, but this character is easily the best free-to-play character I've ever seen. Anybody starting the game with a defender like this is going to be good. And because it is going to be like this, I am going to actually start my Nikke free-to-play journey completely fresh. I know I did a video with my starter account yesterday. I'm doing the free-to-play challenge completely fresh, knowing that Mori is going to be on my team now. I'm not worried. So yeah, I expect stuff on the free-to-play account to happen when this anniversary starts, but I am going to be doing it completely fresh now that I know Mori specifically is broken. I don't want to say broken, but she's the best free-to-play character I've ever seen, genuinely. So yeah, I'm excited about this one. So far we're 2 for 2, and that's a free-to-play character. Mihara, you better come in clutch. But let me know what you guys think. It's your boy Zxous. I'm out. Peace.